Over the next 2 minutes, I want to make you think about and reflect on what happens in your classroom when other children are giving answers to you from a question that you've asked. Now, quite often I will see a member of staff speaking at the front, and they will ask a question, and a student will answer the question. They might have been cold called, they might have put a hand up, they might be asked to contribute. And unfortunately, I often see lots of other students not really paying attention or listening to what that child is saying. And they're missing out on so many kind of great ideas from their peers. And often, sometimes they're only interested in what the teacher's going to say. So let me play it out what happens. I ask a question, there's a child over here that's going to answer it. And lots of students who are in the class aren't even bothered, they're not even looking. They don't look like they're even listening. They might even be looking the other way. They might be fiddling. They're not paying any attention to the fact that someone is about to give potentially a really good answer, or an answer that you're going to deconstruct and say, that's really interesting. That might only get half marks. How might it get full marks? Well, if the children aren't listening in the first place, then they're not going to be part of that learning experience. And I think we need to be thinking about how all of the answers that our children are giving us are all part of that learning experience. And we know this, but when you step back sometimes, it's looking, when you're getting an answer from someone, it might be an idea to, rather than looking at that child themselves who's going to give you the answer, look at the rest of the class and think about, are they all listening? Are they paying attention? Are they demonstrating a body language that looks like they're actually listening to what the student's about to say? And if they're not, maybe just saying, sorry, just before you give that answer, just 1 second, we don't look like we're listening. This could be a great answer. And actually, even if it isn't a great answer, we're going to make it a great answer between us. But we can't do that if you're not listening. So thinking about and looking at what's the body language and the learning behaviors of your children when other children are giving answers will start to make a bigger difference. So your children are always switched on, and they don't just switch off when you stop talking and then switch on again when you start talking again. So it's creating the conditions where everyone is listening all the time.